Guys, we work a lot on how to get somebody in a Juji Gatame. Let's work a lot on how to get out of a Juji Gatame. Okay, the best way I've seen it in thousands and thousands of matches, of whether it's judo, sambo, submission, grappling, whatever. And that's why we're working with no gi here, because it teaches you some good skills in a no gi situation. Go ahead, Mike, get him in the leg press. So Mike's got Derek in a good leg press here, okay? And guess what? Mike wants to do Juji Gatame. Yeah, okay. But Derek doesn't want him to. Let's look at some things to begin with. And new guys, pay attention to this. First of all, Derek is clamping, getting his hands as close to his chest as he can. He doesn't want them trying. He wants them tied up. Okay. Second of all, notice Derek is not laying flat on his back. His feet are on them. His feet are up. Yeah, he's not doing that. His feet are up, so he can bridge and turn. Now, his job is Mike wants his arm. Okay, he wants to lever that arm free. He's trapping it really good. He wants to lever that arm free. Derek didn't want that to happen. So what Derek has to do, he has to get his elbow below the fulcrum here at the pubic bone. So Derek wants his right elbow to be below Mike's pubic bone, below his crotch. Okay, so basically put your elbow in his crotch. All right, there's no nicer way to say it. It's just the way we do it. And as he does that, Derek turns, he steals his shoulder and arm back, and he bridges and turns into Mike to steal his shoulder and arm back. So go ahead and just turn in and bridge and just go ahead and do it. He turns in, and just see how he steals it, and by doing that, he can get a good position, good posture to get up and get around him, pass guard or whatever. But let's work on getting out of trouble first. So Mike kind of be loose with it. So just so everybody can see it, and practice this way too, so the bottom guy can get good at it. So Mike's kind of loose here, all right, to help Derek learn. All right, Derek's grabbing as tight as he can. Now he's putting his elbow, he's going to pull it, and as he does that, he bridges and turns where his shoulder, see how he's on his right side into him like this? See, he's stolen his elbow back. And now he turns him up if he can. He wants to get up on, sorry guys, he wants to get up on his knees to get to a good solid base. So he's going from being flat on his back to hopefully on his knees on a base, but he's got to get his shoulder back versus his arm back. That's key, because you can do all this fancy stuff and everything, but if Mike stretches his arm, he levers that out, stretches it, I mean, there's going to be a tap out there, you know, unless something really weird happens or whatever. Maybe he's double jointed or even double jointed. It's not a good situation for the bottom guy. So you don't want to get there. So if you're stuck here, Derek realizes he's in trouble. That's a bad thing. All right, what he wants to do, he's going to pull his elbow as he bridges and turns into him, and pulls that back. Now sometimes it may not be that, he's done this like a whole lot of times, guys, thousands of times. You may have to actually turn even if you're on your back. You turn like here. So sometimes you may have to fight it. So what's going to happen is Derek may have to turn as he's still on his feet and kind of turning into him. See, he's going to, but he still keeps trying to pull it out, there. And now he can try to get posture up and get around it. That's what you want to get, okay? You got to steal that elbow and shoulder back, because if he gets my arm, you know, I'm done. I got to pull it below his pubic bone, and that's what keeps it from getting locked. And also, he's wedging his right arm, in this case, your right arm in this case, he's wedging his right arm. I mean, there's no nice way of putting it. It's right in Mike's crotch. And it's that forearm right in his crotch really kind of helps seal the deal to a good degree. Keep driving it, pulling it back, and then keep it, and boom, there you go. So that is the fundamental steal your arm, steal your shoulder back defense and escape from Juji Gatame. And that's the one that's going to get you out of trouble more than pretty much anything else. The other fancy ones, show the real fancy one quick. It works, don't get me wrong, but it's where if you get stuck, go ahead and talk this through, Derek.
Okay, so the idea is I'm kind of stuck here. I'm not going to be able to pop my arm back, and on top of that, sometimes he might actually have it a little bit up higher so that it's harder for me to steal my arm back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as an anchor point, pull, and as I bridge up off my feet, I'm going to flip over. So, pull, bridge over. If you have to, you can grab the leg and use that as a lever too. So, hop over. It's basically just inverting it and then running around his butt.
Now that works too. If you get caught, have the presence of mind to do that. We'll drill on that a little later. But the first one, we really want to get that first one. Steal your shoulder back, steal your arm back, get it back where it's been below his pubic bone, okay? All right, so let's do steal the shoulder, steal the arm back, and the other one is actually the arm, it's actually a kick over. All right, and we got that in the Juji Gatame encyclopedia, we got it in all our books and stuff, so good reference for that too. All right, let's work on it, guys. Good.
As soon as I'm here, if I just stay here, he can do any number of things, right? He can pull it back through and finish, okay? He can go over to a pin, like the mount, by just kicking over and sitting up, right? Good, okay? He can follow through with a triangle, if I'm here, boom, right? So, I don't want to stay here, that's why we get up on the knees. I pop that arm down, stack on the knees. But I don't want to come straight up, because again, you can pop through with a triangle, okay? Or if you still got a grip on my hand, you can pull it right back through. So, I'm back where I started, okay? So, instead of popping up, as soon as I'm here, I've got my head on his legs. I've got him jammed down, so I'm going to keep jamming him down and then try and turn that way. And see how I'm naturally past him? It's just a matter of moving around that extra step and now you're hitting him. So use your head to jam his legs down that way, boom, and then just reorient yourself into the pin.
Okay guys, keep drilling, yeah.
So you're down.
What we're doing right now, everyone, we're drilling on the steal the arm back or steal the shoulder back defense and escape for bottom if you're on in Juji Gatame.
There you go. Good, Vlad.
So
Very nice.
Vlad got out of that one, and he was Eric was on top drilling. So, and before you saw Derek coach him, because you want to get to a solid base on your knees, and then you saw how he was using his head to pop the leg over and not go back in his guard. So you want to be there. So see how you can lead. And you're basically using your head to steer him and pop him back so you can pass his guard and you can control the situation. You get good side position then. You can see he's kicking, he's flailing a bit much, isn't he? Okay. What you want to get a good base on your feet. Eric, try it again, Eric.
Yeah, well, I kind of got my elbow stuck in the gi.
Yeah, but try to have a good solid base instead of flailing so much with your legs.
Yeah.
You want to have control, at least dig them into the mat. So, yeah, so once you do that now, start turning and then get your, that way, by flailing with your legs, you know, it's wasted motion. Yeah, you want to be able to turn. Keep drilling, guys. I'm going to...
Well, I'm out. So you're in.
And we're working on arm lock defense tonight, so we're just showing the guys drilling on it. And again, Stephen.
Right here, push wrong way. Around the back, right here. Get your arm back.
Yeah, Steve, brand new at learning this. Steve is on top here. There. And everyone on YouTube, did you notice that we don't want to flail with our legs when we're on the bottom? If you're on the bottom and stuck on your back in a leg press, that's a bad position to be in. Don't make it worse by flailing and kicking with your legs. Get your feet planted on the mat. Get good position with your feet on the mat, good stability, and come up. He's getting better at it. We'll go around here to the rest of the gym. See some of the heavier guys training over here. Okay, we got Nick and John here. Bridge.
Good. Use the head. Bingo. Right there.
Only thing I'd say with the lighter weights over there, Nick, is with your feet, when you get your turn and your hip into them, try to get a better base. Don't just keep kicking your legs and flailing. Try that again. John's a big dude, and but when you do this bridge and explode off your feet. So bridge, there you go. Keep turning, there you go. Keep turning, and try to get over. There you go. That's a little better.
Start like what I did. Come back.
There's two ways to make this. Okay.
Watch this here.
So I can push up and jam my elbow down immediately as my hip goes.
See that? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for.
The other way.
So when you bridge up, you can drive your elbow under them and boom, see you're on your right shoulder, right side quickly that way. Instead of being stuck and kicking with your legs, that's what we're doing.
Much because I don't think it's as fundamentally sound as over here, and then you get some momentum.
It's stuck in the middle. See, I feel like I can get my elbow under.
But I think this way is a little bit easier. You get more instinct. Boom.
And then use your shoulders to push around.
And Derek was doing it. He was doing kind of getting a momentum swing, kind of like the pendulum with a clock hand or something. And that's what he was doing that to get on the side. It wasn't. He doesn't want to flail. You know, you don't want to kick your legs. That's the point of that.
Don't feel like you can get your feet underneath you to do the bridge like this. Then you just put your feet over here and you swing.
I feel like I can get my elbow down and that right stands out. That's where I feel like
When you're stuck.
And so I feel like I was away from it. I was in that position.
Right.
That's why I just didn't know how to use it.
Right. You use your head and then you back out. Because right here you're 80% of the way done. And if you can get up on your knees, you'll be out. So you just keep your hands together, okay? Get on your side. And then
You notice his right arm, his elbow's down below the crotch.
Yeah.
So his arm's safe at this point. John's not going to lever it out straight to get the arm lock.
especially if I have my other hand on it.
Yeah, you can kind of keep pulling it back out.
Stack.
On one side, you go away from it. You don't come back in and all the way across it. You go away from it.
And that's how we do the, kind of a turn in, bridge in, or whip in, whatever. But we try to steal that shoulder and on back. All right, keep drilling, guys. Good work. Good work. One last. We'll see how the guys are doing, and we'll finish out with there. Good. And Steven's picking up how to do that and work around them. There you go. So everybody can see what we're doing here. This is drilling, and it's the skull session, just working skills, working moves on, in this case, the steal your arm back, steal your shoulder back, Juji Gatame defense and escape. And the escape, the defense is steal the shoulder arm back, and that's the defense. And the escape is actually to come up on your knees, get on a base, and work around them, and then try to control a situation. All right, so there we have it.